All right, snub-nose revolver. It's only good for up close and personal. I've heard that quite a bit of times. You know, it's only good for 3 yards, for 5 yards, 10 yards. It's only good at card table distances. I've actually heard a lot of people say stuff like that. So I came out today with two of my best shooting revolvers. I have my Ruger LCR chambered in 327 Federal Magnum and my Taurus 605 chambered in 357 Magnum. And I got some various ammo in 357 and 38 Special for this Taurus, and 327 Federal Magnum and 32 Smith & Wesson Long for this Ruger LCR revolver. I'm going to put that to the test. So we have our target at card table distance. We'll try some other distances, and then I have my steel target, which is the same size and shape as this full-size silhouette target, and we're going to shoot that from 25, 50, 75, and 100 yards. You know, because the experts will say you can't even come close to hitting a target at that distance. So let's get started with this test and see how true it is that snub-nose revolvers, and these are 2-inch and less than 2-inch barrels, you know, how true is it that they're only good for up close and personal? All right, I'd say this is probably card table distance. I have my Taurus 605 loaded with some 135 grain gold dot ammunition and 38 Special. And here we are. It's probably 6 feet, something like that. So this is the maximum distance a lot of people say it's good for. So yeah, that's definitely good for that distance. What if I back up just a little bit? All right, I'm back 10 yards from my target. Let's see what happens. I shoot some 38 Special center mass with this. See if I can hit it. Well, seems like I can. Let's move back from 25 yards at my steel silhouette and see if I can continue to hit or miss targets. All right, 25 yards from the target. Let's try some 38 Special. I still have the 135 grain gold dot hollow points, 38 Special. See how this does. Looks like I got a malfunction. I mean, a dead primer. These are some pretty old hand loads. So let me set this aside. Let's try some 32 Smith & Wesson Longs, Yoki ammo. I believe they're 97 grain full metal jacket. All right, looks like I'm still hitting. Let's move back to 50 yards then. All right, 50 yards, I have my 327 loaded with some hand-loaded 100 grain XTP 327 Federal Magnum. 50 yards, let's see how this will do. So not so great. Next up we have our 357 125 grain jacketed soft point 357 Magnum. See how these will do. A little bit of blast there. Pulled that last one anticipating that recoil. So at this distance it does start to become a little bit of a challenge. So let's move back to 75 yards. All right, 75 yards from the target. I've got more 327 Federal Mag, 100 grain. We'll see how these do at 75 yards. All right, easy to pull shots because any little thing that happens will pull you off. All right, more 100 grain XTP 327 Federal mags. Ruger LCR, we're 100 yards from the target. Might be kind of hard to see through all those trees, but it's back there. So let's see if I can hit it with this snub nose revolver at 100 yards. Right, a pretty big challenge. You know, the ones that I hit, I had to have perfect sight alignment. I mean, absolutely perfect. Yeah, any little bit difference from, you know, right or left of these fixed sights, it wasn't hitting. So let me try a few more. All right, looks like I'm out of 327 ammo, but I got some 38 special hand loaded lead round nose, and we'll see what I can do with these. Looks like I dropped one. There we go. We'll see if I can hit with this. Not sure where these are going to hit. Just kind of popping them to see if I can see it hit the dirt. Because if I can see where it's hitting, then I can kind of adjust my hold over it to compensate. But with the smoke of these lead rounds, I'm not really able to see where it's hitting. All right, so those are pretty much dead on, and that's one thing about shooting the snub nose revolver some people don't understand is when you shoot really slow rounds like that out of a short barrel, sometimes what'll happen is because, you know, they're so slow and the barrel's so short, you know, the bullet would still be in the barrel in a longer revolver, but with the snub nose, it jumps up just a little bit and it throws it over. So these are actually going to be dropping at that distance of 100 yards, but because I got just a little bit of jump from that muzzle, it's going to arc it up to this type of an angle, and then from that angle it's going to drop onto target. So that makes it kind of easy and convenient because all you got to do is pretty much hold on the target with these. So let me try some more. All right, I got more of those 38 specials. I'll just keep holding right in the center of the target. All right, now I'm starting to miss, so let me try a few more. I don't know, you know, what happened there, but I definitely was not hitting. So it's definitely a challenge to shoot from 100 yards, but overall what I'm seeing with this test, my summary of this, is that a snub nose revolver's distance for the most part is as good as any other handgun. Now, if you took like an 8-inch revolver or a 5 to 6-inch semi-auto pistol with, you know, adjustable sights, yeah, you're gonna do better with that. But when we look at guns that are, you know, a 2-inch barrel, a revolver versus a 3 or 4-inch barreled pistol, or just any number of handguns, what I can say is that the snub nose revolver is not less accurate or capable than those. You know, any combat distance, we're not going to have a problem with. And that once we get to 100 yards, that's where everything starts to really multiply, you know, its problems. Like at 50 yards, you know, I might pull it this way or pull it that way, and it's going to move it, you know, 4, 5, 6 inches one way or the other. I'm still going to hit it, but once we get to 100 yards, it's going to multiply that to maybe a foot or more. But when we look at actual practical distances, you know, that silhouette target, it's slimmer than me and shorter, and you know, at 25, 50 yards, it's not a problem. And you saw at 7 yards, that's not a problem either. So is the snub nose only good for, you know, card table distances? No, it's as good as anything else. So that's what you get today. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.